What's going on? Found this little gem when I was undigging and buried cards from the last great era of the around draft box era. I think the first, I would say, first or second iteration when creativity was high and we just built anything with these toolbox leaders. I would say around when he dropped set 4, set 5, around that time, him and Soul Striker, you did a lot of crazy things with him. But I just wanted to highlight and revive him one good time. But before that, I wanted to show off the form he was in. Also, before I change him significantly, I want to see if I can catch a body with this. But reviving Hiridergarn for 2026. This is a pretty good advantage leader on the front side, back side. Just a bit slower, but his gimmick is slowing your opponent down, which he makes them top deck a card, which kind of in a, how should I say, simplified game state, it teeters to his advantage. But we got to get to that because I know nowadays you draw like 2 to 5 cards a turn. So that second effect is not as good, but we'll see if we can pressure it. Probably, I think I took a few ban cards out of it because this was like the pre-ban era, but we'll see what we was looking at when we got this. This was red, blue, Hiridergarn. Let's see where we hitting it. Just still sorting it out. We had 3 of our to define power chunks. Early game staple, but we used it for the purposes of chain attack trunks. This used to be the bee's knees type of play, because there's a few things we used to chain attack. Oh, I had a 4th one. We ran for it. We chained attack out of the red slots. We chain attacked out this because it helped us self awaken or our Gohans. Then on top layer of that, we had for seeing hit, just for the follow up after you chain attacked. But I was playing the other big chain attack combo at the end of the video. Let's see what else we got. Got a Raditz because blue was like pretty heavy at the time. Random peel off in here. I remember when this topo was good. And we hit a ban card. I didn't take them all out, but we probably swapped this from like negate or something. But getting on to the blue part of it, let me set the trunks back up again, because generally I'll just explain the combo at the end of the video, just to keep it simple. The only engine part you ran for the deck is legs. We didn't do nothing with the legs. The legs had one purpose and one purpose only, and that was to go to your hand when you pitch this for the free plus. How do we pitch that? I'm glad you asked. We pitch it off our super combo. We were running this super combo called Hoy at the time. This was like one of the best super combos in the game, and started off the trend to have super combos like this, because this was the progenitor of the tuck 2 super combos, or the draw 2 super combos. Let me put it correct. Discard draw 2. Most people toolbox their deck just to run this super combo. It was that strong. Because when the combo was, when you, at 4 life, use the super combo, discard Minutia to draw 2, and then you grab legs from your deck. So you plus the only super combo to +2 had a combo to +2, and still to this day, only super combo to +2. The only thing that's close is maybe the Saiyaman combo or the Gohan combo. When you combo a token, you go +1, maybe +2, and that's the green Gohan deck. But still, my statement stands. Nothing like this. Nothing like this. And this was pretty much the only. This was the 12 card engine that you ran, and then outside of that, you can run anything else in the deck, whatever your heart desired, whatever strategy you felt. Cause these or this simple package stand out the deck and got you where you need to go, whether it's closing out the game, seeing more cards, etc. Going on to the next part, we got something traditional of 4 of the what we used to call freehand. I even still think this is still good as a play, because traditionally this was just a value body where we will pay the 1 energy just to combo it, so we have a body to swing with the next turn. That was like a founding principle of good card advantage. You didn't lose anything, and you gained a card to pressure a card out your opponent hand on the back end. Just like foundational principles of the game and just good resource management. Next, we got a couple of Borgos, just because at the time we didn't hide the fact that blue was indefinitely the best color, and we had to sometimes main deck for it, but that is what it is. I still think it's pretty strong today, but it had to get to a point where there was no doubt and it couldn't hide from mainstream. But only got a few more battle cards left. Let's continue to bust this out and we can get to the philosophy later. Zeno, the playing gun. How is we getting that card out? And will it resolve? The answer is, of course. Of course. Then we get into some of our classic black cards. I was checking out BMS, because he's been a real one since day one. Kami Global Unifier, when this shook the heavens. We got Trunks, just early game value, Sift. Bardock, winning this was one of the best overwhelms in the game, just to close out games with a double strike, and you didn't really have to pay energy for it. And getting into the extra cards, we got 2 flame cannon. Then we got desperate measures, just for the other draft box cards, because it was like draft box meta around this time, and you just had to counter the battle card counter attacks. Same with Ear Wide Open. This was just my tech in there, because as we know, blue, you are never tapped out. And just going on to my negates, all too easy, pretty self-explanatory, and just an extra negate. lastly, Monaka, one of our most splashable blue one-ofs ever. I would say my top 10 is one card you consider splashing in your deck if you run in blue inside your deck. Then, for our last two cards, there were unspoken, well-known rule. You should always have 4 of these cards. For D Magic, no more, no less, always 4. It embodied the fact that blue always had energy and can, unlike any other color, and what I felt and still feel blue overpowered for is they can play on curve without having to be a good player and manage their resources better like every other color. They can just get out of jail free and just tap out every turn just because they had D Magic. I remember when there was talk where people wanted this card banned just because back then and all the way, I would say even to now, nobody's really playing any different blue negates because this been the best blue negate ever since it was printed. Leagues of Its Own crushing the design space where even if they came up with more creative blue negates, if I'm trying to keep my deck slim and on the brim, 4D Magic automatically. If my space capped out at that, this is what it is. Always 4. It used to be like a holy grail, like commandment in blue. My pile is falling. Let me get this neater. Be right back. Final 4, NCAA, Beam. I remember times where you think they coming at you for misplaying. They will come at you if you even ran one less beam. The blue community was rabid about 4 beans. It was always, you always ran 4 beans. Because, like, the card economy of that time and, like, how you ran decks and you intelligently use energy defensively. And this was kind of like the backbone of using energy defensively. One example is like playing the Gohan and then beaning to get your energy back just so you would combo out a 25k pressure. Say if they had a 20k on board or 15k, then they super combo, you just beam and then Gohan and you got out of that and your leader stronger. Just like fundamental tactics like that. And just the layers in that simple interaction, I don't think we really privy to that defensively. We want to floodgate and hope that's it defensively. No layers, no back end pressure, no turnaround. Just hopefully this one floodgate carries me into the next turn. And that's why when people get steamrolled through their floodgates, I am happy. Because, like, there ain't really any meaningful type of, like, I don't know, I want to say, in a way, artistry in just playing a floodgate and just saying, I play good defense. No, there's layers to being a good defensive player. But that's a rant for another time. But here's to explain the combo, boom, usually had Trunks on the field. Either set this up by starting it red, blue, red, just so on your third turn, that's usually the awaken turn, saying you get back and forth. If you didn't have this already, you played this and then possibly did something else. Your Hiridergarn is an untapped 2-liter, so you untap your 2 reds. Probably would have played like maybe Reddits just for like other blue matchups, knowing they untap and stuff. And then you awaken, got your 2 back. And that like turn 2 and turn 3, we had like maybe 9 to 12 cards in hand. This was pretty a lot for us back in the day. You evolve into this, or depending on the matchup, you could get away with a swing first, just to get that crit damage, or the swing help you get to 4 and you awaken, and then evolve into this, no matter what position it is, and then you play Zeno from the hand, and it resets everything. Even if you was playing from behind, this puts you on even parity. I remember when the pan decks used to just simply do this combo, and how it will resolve because of how their autos work and the whole conversation of pending autos. Because pan will wait for this whole interaction and just be able to bump up this Zeno and just give it like a +5 with its effect. And you got to draw an extra card, so you'll be 1 card ahead of your opponent in that card advantage. But breaking that down, you just setting up to take cards out your hand and be more tactical with your plays and destroying your opponent's card advantage. With cards like Hit, this is like what you will follow up with next turn, just to rip cards and just put them on death's door, if not already kill them. But if you don't have the juice for that, you're probably following up, or have it in hand, you're probably following up with the Gohan, or you can just play another chain attack and chain attack into a Gohan and draw your hand back up after you combo and press damage. That's the general scope of things. I hope you like this OG walk down memory lane and just how creativity even back then mattered and made the game that much more. But thanks for watching and listening to the OG speak. Later.